Good morning. Oh my gosh, my hair looks so bad. Let's I should probably take a shower today. It's pretty gross. Um Somebody had mentioned on my last post how I found God. I guess they call it a testimony. I always found that silly. I am a former agnostic atheist. So, I can really relate to agnostics and atheists and how annoying Christians can be. I totally get you, man. My husband is an atheist, and I found God over the span of the year 2020 when my eyes were peeled wide open at what was clearly religious persecution against Christians and the elevation of self worship. Activism like BLM was permitted even if they murdered people in the streets and lit buildings on fire. And Christians were not permitted to go to church and worship God. Now, if you ask me, do I want an angry crowd of psychotic teenagers lighting my city on fire and shooting people in the name of equity and Marxism? Or do I want a bunch of people inside of a church worshiping Jesus? I would choose Jesus. I'd be like, okay. So I started standing up for Christians, which was really odd for me to do, considering at the time I was 100% atheist. But I was like, dude, that's fucked up. And I'm very proud of the fact that if I see people doing fucked up shit, I'm going to stand up. Just like in the 90s, I stood up for the gay community. Now, I'm sorry, you're overrepresented. You're not underrepresented. You're overrepresented. And the movement's becoming a joke, and it makes me sad. Like, you can get married, you can adopt kids, there's no rights you don't have. Like, you're grasping for straws now. All my old school gays say the same thing. Like, I don't know what the fuck everyone thinks is going on today. I mean, Russia's trying to make like being gay illegal, and China it's illegal, and like everyone here is like, I'm persecuted. I'm like, you're actually not. Like, this is absurd and stupid. So I didn't feel like I had to fight for the gay community anymore, since every corporation bends the knees, worships them, and kisses their feet as if they're Jesus. So, like, I don't feel like I gotta fight for you. You're fine, bro. When you got Microsoft and Amazon and Walmart and everyone fucking worshiping the fact that you like to suck wee-wees or like scissor me timbers, like, you're good. Like, I don't need to advocate for you anymore. But what I saw was the attack on Christianity, and it was pretty bad. And now we're at a point where this gay flag has the black community represented in it, and I don't even think they even know. And there's a couple of my black friends who are like, I don't want to be on their fucking flag. Are you kidding? I'm like, I don't know why you're there. Maybe you should say something like, get me the fuck off your flag. Like, you know, I don't know what you want me to do about that. But yeah, I saw the Christians getting, hey, dude, I got a lot of lesbian friends, and full disclosure, I've dated women. So, like, I always laugh when people are like, oh, homophobe. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? My lunch table in junior high was full of queers and nerds and losers. So, have a seat, weirdos. But anyone who doesn't follow the religious ideology of the Marxist movement is the bad. Anyway, so I started defending Christians and the attacks that happen on me, and I'm like, whoa. I'm an agnostic. Like, I don't even believe in God. Like, what? I'm defending them because what you guys are doing to them is fucking wrong. And I would want people to defend me. And the only thing that I can use to describe it is what seems like demonic possession of my own loved ones, where they seemingly were like possessed by fucking Lucifer. Like, I felt like I was in that Denzel Washington movie Fallen. time is on my side. And they're like touching each other, like, reap, reap. And I'm like, okay, you guys are fucked up and brainwashed, and something's wrong with you. That you could, like, say COVID floats away and worships anyone in the streets, rioting and lighting fires, and then, like, the gaslighting. There's no fires. I'm, like, watching live streams of my old apartment being, like, lit on fire, and essentially, how do I say this? Lit on fire, essentially, synagogues were being burnt around this apartment I used to live in. Sorry, my husband came out to go pee. And no one was talking about it. Like, there was an attack on the Jewish community, and they weren't talking about it. But in my old neighborhood, I saw that BLM was attacking Jewish synagogues and lighting them on fucking fire and defacing them. I'm like, okay, so this is not just Christians. This is now the Jewish faith. And no one was saying a word. It was very good. It's fine because it's Marxism. So I started, like, really standing against it. And the hell that rained upon me shook me awake. And I realized there's good and there is evil in this world. And right now, evil is taking over. And I have a choice that I need to make. Do I want to choose to believe in nothing and no one, just worship myself, or do I want to choose the side of good? And I saw the line in the sand, and I felt very much that everyone was taking a side, and I didn't want to be on the side of evil. And to me, the side of evil is elevating certain people above everyone else, be it minorities, be it women, be it gay, like, no, it's wrong to elevate certain communities over everyone else and say only they can have a voice and you should shut up. That is evil. So I'm like, I don't stand with evil. And the backlash I got was so insane. I lost a lot of people in my life. I was shook, dude. I was shook because I am a 90s liberal. I was a Democratic voter my entire life. Most of my friends were gay. I worked in Hollywood. I knew transgender people before anyone even knew really what that was outside of Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know? Like, I was shook at the evil that came down on me, and I said, this entire movement is wrong, and this is proof. The fact that you can't say anything about it, it reminded me of the Salem witch trials, and none of what they're preaching makes sense if you dissect it, but I don't judge people on skin color. I judge people on who they are. I judge people on their actions and not their words. And the people who were rioting in the streets and tearing up everything, and I mean, they were like the brown shirts. They were frightening everybody into submission, and everyone was terrified. And I was like, I'm not scared of these people anymore. And they've come for me, man. And when they try to cancel you, the best I can describe it as is almost like having Walmart come to sue you. The effect it has on you mentally is, I can't describe it. And I stood outside and I did a lot of soul searching. I looked at the stars. I've been on a soul search ever since I left Hollywood. And I realized, I'm like, most of the population worships themselves, worships their identity. They have no spirituality. Kathy, thank you for the stars. Be it, you could be a Buddhist. You could be Muslim. You could be Wiccan. And if you're in tune with a spiritual being, there's a reason man has always looked for God. Every culture, every fucking culture that ever was looked for divinity. And people who find it normally tend to be better people. So all these people don't have it. They're not pagans or Wiccans or whatever. They're not Buddhists. They're not Muslim. They're not Christian. They are rudderless, directionless, and they have very evil people pulling the strings. Very evil people. And that's why, like, the whole pride movement, I'm like, the most evil corporations on earth who enslave children and force people into labor to make products overseas are virtue signaling to the gay community. And I really wish the gay community would wake up and say, you know what? Pride was awesome when it was one day at the end of the month and it was just us. We don't need your evil money. We don't need your diabolical bullshit. Get the fuck away from us. Come on, dudes. You can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you. So, I realized I had lived a lie and that I had been running. And I found God staring at the Milky Way and watching the stars streak across the sky. And I knew in that moment there was no denying the forces of good and evil and that we are at war. There was no denying it. When you see people you love come at you, knowing at the time that I was an atheist, just for defending a Christian. And the way they came after me, I knew it was fueled by nothing but pure, unadulterated evil. And that was my journey of finding God and Jesus. And I don't push this shit on anyone. My husband's an atheist. I find pushy Christians fucking annoying. Your story of how God brought you through your husband dying, no one fucking cares. You're not going to sway a Christian that way. And they always like try to screech and teach me, well, the Bible says. I'm like, dude, look who put the Bible together. The Vatican, the Vatican. So in one breath, you're like, don't trust the Catholic Church. But trust all the books they put together, whatever. Man has problem, but my heart knows the way. And my heart knows that I choose good over evil. So I choose good. And now I have put on, what would you call the armor of Christ? If you were the Buddhist, the armor of good, like the yin to the yang. I don't want to be part of that soulless, hollowed, empty movement of people who have to fucking worship their sexuality, their identity, or what genitals they were born with to have any sort of purpose in their life. I have purpose without having to be defined by what gets me sexually aroused. Like, that's fucking stupid. It's not going to be on my tombstone. Here lies Adrienne Curry, who kissed girls and boys. Like, why the fuck would that be there? It's stupid. It's dumb. And how about here lives Adrienne? She was a really good friend and very loyal to those around her. Like, that's who I am. Because my genitals will die one day, and so will yours, and your sexuality will mean fucking nothing. There's so much more to this world than what we think. So that, I guess you would call my testimony. So I have been overwhelmed. Sometimes just driving in my car, like I'll hear the Catholic Church say something. I'm like, that's bullshit. That doesn't feel right. But then I hear, I'm with you even to the end of the age. And I'm like, oh, that is not bullshit. I feel that. I feel that in my soul. I know it's true. So I think Jesus would flip every table of every church and synagogue out there right now. I think we are beyond corrupt. I think people use God and Jesus as excuses for atrocious behavior. I know self-proclaimed Christians that knowingly sinned told me, oh, I knew I sinned, and then kept lying to me. Like, Christians that, on paper, everyone's like, that's the most Christian of Christian. And I'm like, that person's a fucking lie. Like, get your life together and get away from me. I have no fucking tolerance for this. So And that's where I stand. Anyway, I'm going to go watch my husband. I got 155 people in here. Would you guys come with me to watch my husband? I'd love to surprise him with a little group, but I just wanted to say this because I know atheists are super annoyed by this shit. I get it. My husband's like, yeah, sure. Sometimes I'm like, can you stop being so blasphemous, motherfucker? Damn. I love you, but quit talking about Jesus that way, bro. He'll be like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, baby. No. I didn't mean to do that. Unbanned from stream. Cheyenne, I'm so sorry. I banned Cheyenne from my stream. That's funny. So yeah, there. That's how I found God. I found God through facing evil to its face, and that evil was coming from some of the people I loved the most, and it shook my soul. By the way, look how great my eyes look today. Shook my soul in ways that my soul has never been shook, and it woke me right up. And I was like, I have served a demon my whole life. I have worshipped myself and vanity. I have put the wrong things at the forefront of what's important. Like, we are thinking, like, maybe we just sell this house and go live off grid somewhere. You know what I mean? I do know that people who have a God, a religion, a spirituality, be you into Wicca, Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, there seems to be a peace with these people, and these people that don't have it are psychotic activists that obsess over their skin color and their sexuality. Like, dude, I know this dude since kindergarten. He's gay, but that's not who he is. Who he is fucking funny. He's a witch. He's been a Wiccan his whole life. He's spiritual. He believes in the divine, feminine, and masculine. There's a peace in his life for that. There's no hole in his soul. I'm Christian, but I can recognize in him a spiritual peace. And that is something that all this identity politics is preying on those who have no spiritual peace at all. So it's very clear who they're going after. And there's a lot of hollowed people whose soul really, really hurts. And it's being filled by corporate evil. So Pride weekend at the end of the month used to be an organic thing where gay people participated, and now it's turned into a corporate evil month where they try to force compliance. Like, why do straight people have to be involved in gay anything? I don't have to represent myself as an ally to you preferring a dude's butt. Like, that makes no fucking sense, bro. Go enjoy dudes' butts. I think that's great. That's what you want to do? You do you, and you do the best you can. Enjoy every guy's butt. But I don't have to wear your colors. Like, that's weird. That's like Christians forcing you to pray. You know what I mean? Like, you're being fucked up. And that's why I spoke up, because I'm like, this is like forced compliance, and I don't like it. I didn't like it when Christians were trying to force it on me when I was an atheist, and I don't fucking like it when the gay community is trying to force it on people. Like, quit fucking with people. Let everyone live their life. You be gay, you be a Christian, you be a Muslim, and shut the fuck up. Like, people don't have to, like, cheer you on in order for you to exist. It's stupid. And I don't think it's the gay community doing this. I think it's the evil corporations. And it's easy to fall into this. Like, my husband asked me, if someone gave you $900 million, would you join and be like, yeah, celebrate a month of devil worship or something? And I'm like, that's blood money, dude. He's like, yeah, but every politician and every corporate CEO will take that blood money. And what they fund with that blood money is nothing good. So everything you see supported by Adidas and all these Marxist psychopaths, it's not good. It's not good. And if you're being used by them, If you're a minority or you're gay or whatever, and you're being used by these evil corporations, I am so sorry. Like, your life isn't fucking full of enough bullshit that you need Bill Gates and friends taking advantage of you. It's bullshit and it's bad for you. So there's my thing. Everyone, twitch.tv/ducksauce. Please join me. Please. And come say hi to my husband. I'm going to go there right now. You can hear his beautiful voice there. I just pinned it for y'all to see. Come join me. Come say hi to him. You can make a free account. If you have Amazon Prime, you can hook your Amazon account to Twitch and give him a free sub. So it costs you no money, and then it puts money in his pocket. Because my husband quit his job in voiceovers because Hollywood is evil and corrupt. And I couldn't get mad at him for it. Because it's blood money. And that's what we talked about. He's like, girl, this is like blood money. And I'm like, how do I fight you on this? So we're just trying to find our way in life, and that's all you can do. So that's my story, and love to you guys on this Sunday. Please join me right now and go say hi to my husband. I'll be there, and I'll see you there. So twitch.tv/ducksauce. Go click that. And if you have an Amazon account and you hook it to your Twitch account, please give your free Prime sub to my husband, because, well, he quit his job and we could use it.